It doesn't matter.
Okay. Alright, today is June 18, 2025, and we are in Kankakee, Illinois. Today we have
Katie,
William,
Veronica,
Jessica.
Stephanie,
Andres,
Dave,
Jason,
Micah,
and with us we have...
Levi.
Alright, tell us your story.
Well, guess I have to start at when it first began, which would be when I was having a lot of vertigo, and I was in the middle of soccer at the time, and I guess I just thought it would be like, it was a normal occurrence for soccer players, but it really wasn't. And we were trying to figure out why and everything. And a couple days later, I started throwing up and getting really sick. And so one day we went to the ER, and I got diagnosed with a what is it called? I forget what it's called. I think like
medulloblastoma.
no, that was later. I'm talking about the like tear in my stomach.
Oh, yeah, just, I don't know. They thought you had a tear in your stomach.
Okay, well, I had a tear in my stomach. So they kind of sent me down to the hospital because that's where all the right meds were and everything. After that, they discovered that I had cancer. So, yeah.
What kind?
Okay, I had medulloblastoma.
Which is? Where was it?
It's a type of cancer that's in the back of your head. So, a couple days later, I had that removed. After that, it was probably like a 1 or 2 week recovery process of me just being passed out. So I didn't really remember anything of those few weeks. There was also just a time where I couldn't really move my head or anything, and that was a little bit aggravating. But I would just say that during those few weeks was kind of tough for me because I couldn't really do anything. I had everything done for me, and I really couldn't just be with some people. But fast forward a couple of weeks, I am at a follow-up appointment with my doctors, and they are explaining to me that my brain tumor is actually confused, and I had like 2 types of brain tumors in one. And I forget the names of those, but it was pretty rare at the time, so they just talked me through everything, and I was fine with it, but it's a little bit disturbing. That wasn't normal necessarily. After that, I started getting recommended for treatments for that because they thought it had been long enough. And I spent about a year getting treatments of just different radiations, scans and stuff, spinal taps, lots of blood work, and a lot of different sort of things that I haven't heard before. And after that, I had, I think, after that, I had gone into like a sort of rehabilitation therapy thing, and I forgot how to walk at one point and had to relearn and everything. And that was a lot. They had me just doing basic things like walking in between small spaces and stuff like that, and that was hard for me at that time. And now it's not as hard, but it is still a little bit tough to do those sort of things. And I can't really play soccer like I used to, or play any sort of games like that require me to use my legs and find stability. So, after a while of doing that, they decided I should have a break and I should take a couple months off to get finished with my treatments and stuff, and then they'd resume the therapy after that. And for a couple of those months, since it was in the summertime, it was kind of just like relaxing, really, to just sit around all day not having to worry about anything. But it still aggravated me a little bit to not be able to do as much as I wanted to. Afterwards, about maybe around December, beginning of January, I finished my treatments, and I don't know why, but we couldn't get me back into therapy until March or April or something. And so after I got back into therapy, I had just like, therapy had just been going as it always has been when I got back into it. And after a while, they recommended doing stretches for me because I had a really tight hamstring and my foot was kind of pointing down. I couldn't literally lift it up. And so after a couple weeks of doing that, I remember they talked about casting for my legs and everything like that, which was a little bit nerve-wracking at one point, but I just thought it's a different kind of casting to stretch out my legs. I shouldn't be really nervous about that. So afterward, when I got there, it was actually quite comfortable to do that. They had me lay down, and for the next 2 hours, they just worked on my feet and stuff. I almost took a nap, but I was pretty okay with it after I had got it done. My balance kind of took a step back from then, and I really hadn't I really hadn't thought that it would take me back a step as far as like would have gone or did go, I guess. But we figured out how to, me and my family figured out how to cope with it and everything. And these past couple of weeks, I've just been changing them every week and readjusting and stuff. But, casting experience isn't really that bad if you don't have a broken leg or something like that. So that's about all I have to say so far. Yeah, it was a long journey, and I think it would still be a journey after this, but I think it will be on the uphill, so to speak. And that's all I have, really, so.
Is there anything specific that helped you get through your diagnosis and your experience?
I would say that my family being there helped me a lot, and all the support from all the people there, the nurses and doctors, really helped me through that.
Are there any like recommendations you would have to someone, you know, going through this same situation?
I would recommend, like, always try to stay cheerful and look on the upside of things. Like, I'm gonna get through this. Even though it may take a little while, I'll still get through this. And just accepting where you're at, right at that specific moment.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Levi, for sitting down and talking to us. We really appreciate it. And I hope you were all right sharing all of that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's great to hear your story.